So E3 is done, and how was it? A bit all over the place, really. From EA, who kept talking about making games without showing us anything, to Sony, who kept throwing awesome shit at us every single second. Now, I'd say that the last year's E3 conferences were more memorable because people were either the extreme good or bad. But that doesn't mean that this year's was, well, negative. We still got some awesome games to, wait for, and that's what this video is all about. My top 10 games I'm most excited about from this year's E3. I need to kind of make the title a bit. But games! I doubt I need to say why I'm excited for this game. If you play the original trilogy, then you probably share my hype for it. Yes, the third installment ended rather bad. But what made this adventure so memorable was the journey, not the goal. This game would actually have been higher, or lower on the list, had EA actually showed us stuff. They gave us a crappy behind the scenes look of characters working on it. Yes, thank you for giving us photographic evidence that you're working on games, but move along! Okay, maybe that's a bit harsh. I mean, they did show us some new stuff, I suppose. Driving the Mako, a new Asari character, and potentially the female version of the main character. So I hope that the future of Mass Effect will get me Mass Erect. No! No! I love the Final Fantasy games. Haven't gotten to playing them all, only truly finished number 1, 4, 5, 10, 10-2 and 12. But all of them was amazing. Well, 10-2 was a bit annoying, and I have heard only positive things of the others as well. Except 13. I really lost hope in the franchise as they milked the 13 name. I absolutely hate Lightning, and I don't really know why. I tried 13, but it was so boring. It was like walking through a hallway to a math class. The reason Final Fantasy 15 is number 9 on my list and not at least in top 5 is because I'm really unsure if it will be good or not. Like, I'm sure the gameplay will be nice, but I just really dislike the look of the characters. I mean, this will be the Final Fantasy that either breaks it or makes it for me. If they deliver, I will go back being a Final Fantasy geek again. If they don't, I'll keep on playing Final Fantasy 14. Bam, 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 bam. Never played a Battlefield game before, only Call of Duty, and even stopped doing that after Modern Warfare 2. After getting back on shooters because of Overwatch, I'm really excited for Battlefield 1. I don't like the name, but maybe they're trying to say that they'll start anew with a better future in mind. Well, whatever it may mean, I'm ready to go all out in a WW1 setting. Wanna know something funny? The only Resident Evil game I ever played was the 5th one, and I only bought it because of Wesker. Horror games with VR is not really a new thing by now, having several indie games and whatnot. However, last year at E3 there was a demo called Kitchen, and everyone who played it said that it was the most scariest thing ever. And now that they've announced it actually being the 7th game in the Resident Evil name, I am very happy. Capcom has stated that there will be action in the game as well. They didn't show it at this year's demo, but it's always been action in Resident Evil, so let's hope that they do it like the old times, where ammunition and healing items is more, scarce, that they're more valuable, and stuff like that. So, cross our fingers and hope. I only picked up Hearthstone because I love the Warcraft name, and seeing that Elder Scrolls will be doing the same makes me really happy. but also pissed off because people who do not like doing their research believe that this is simply a Hearthstone clone, which in itself is a clone of Magic the Gathering. 2 lanes, both of them with different rules, the prophecy system, a single player story mode where there will be choices, customizing not only your deck but character as well, and the adoring fan is back.
Buy Azura, buy Azura, buy Azura!
Where my love of Warcraft slowly drained because of Blizzard's decisions with WoW kind of hurt me, my love for Bethesda's Elder Scrolls games and lore grew. And being able to get a card game out of that, I'm really happy that they're willing to spread out the Elder Scrolls love. So, you know, I'm really excited for it. And for those people who believe that Legends will be just a clone of Hearthstone, please do some research. Gain knowledge. Like, read a scroll. This is actually the game on my list I've done almost no research on because I want to be surprised by this new IP in every sense of the word. Being this woman from a tribe in a world where nature has taken over with its animal being robotic, and you need to hunt them down for materials? Sounds awesome. It looks awesome, it seems to play like it as well, and that's all. I haven't done any research, I'm completely unaware of any story stuff that they've revealed, if they even have done that, so really excited.
I am hungry. Feed us.
Kratos is back, baby, and with his magnificent Viking beard, a red-haired son who can use electricity, an axe, a new theme song with the power of Scandinavia behind it, and... that. For me, the original God of War trilogy got me interested in Greek mythology. Most knowledge I had from it before the misadventure of Kratos came from Hercules and my history lessons. And now that he heads into the mythology of my own home place, of which my knowledge is plenty, I am so hyped. From what they've showed us, they have changed many things, all from the camera angles to the combat system, and it looks to be better as it seems more cinematic. I've heard that the story will not be about killing gods, so we can, you know, only theorize at this point what the story will be about. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll kill Odin, Frigg, Tyr, I don't know. Fenrir would be cool. So, but still, you know, focusing on Norse stuff, my inner Viking is just bellowing in victory! And apropos of inner Viking...
I am Apollyon. I bring war.
When they revealed For Honor last E3, I tried my best to find information on it, yet they kept silent the whole year. What really sold me on this game was the idea of Viking Knight Samurai battles, and how they built a system where the stances are the most important thing in the combat. They've said there will be several modes, taking over a castle and stuff like that, but what really surprised me was that there's a story mode. And in that story mode, you will play as 3 factions, who needs to figure out how to go against the mighty warlord known as Apollyon. What I really find cool is that you can also customize the character you will play as in the story. A female knight with a sturdy greatsword, a male Viking with a mighty Dane axe, a female samurai with a sharp katana. There will be different style as well, different weapons, abilities and more. When For Honor comes out, I shall defeat my enemies, send them to hell and their underworld, never stopping until I die on the battlefield, till the glorious Valkyr sends me to the great halls of Valhalla, where I shall drink, eat and fight until Ragnarok arrives, for which I shall partake in with the mighty gods of Asgard. All for honor!
Justice.
Injustice 2, Every Battle Defines You. Is that really the undertitle? It's the sequel to the first fighting game that I truly used a lot of time on. This channel was actually a gameplay focused one, where I played most Injustice Gods Among Us, before I began working on the reviews, in the mind-ups and so on. I've already made a separate video on Injustice 2, where I discuss on what I want, what we know, etc. Though as it is number 2 on my list, you can probably understand how much I loved the first one. Plus feel free to have whatever opinion that you have. I loved Batman v Superman, so I can't wait to get more BVS adventure. And speaking of adventures... The Legend of Zelda is my favorite franchise of all time, Twilight Princess being my all-time favorite game. So when Nintendo focused on Zelda Breath of the Wild in their tree house on E3, I got speechless by the amazing stuff that they showed us. They turned Zelda into a real open-world RPG, and so it feels like they're taking a huge step forward with the franchise. Yes, the gameplay mechanics may not be anything revolutionary in gaming at its whole, but knowing that Zelda is considered the adventure game, and that I love the game so much, I cannot do anything else than to cry of joy and fist bump my way to the stars. Many Zelda theorists are already trying to figure out where this game will partake in the Zelda timeline. I wanted a sequel to Twilight Princess, but considering that we don't know so much right now, I'd say that no one will really come to an answer at this point. So until we get more information, I'll just be at the sidelines looking in. So tell me, do you have a list of games that you're most excited about? Write them down below. Because I'm KingJGrim, or the KingJGrim, so whatever you prefer, and I'll see you guys next time.